All right, so where are we? Should be able to recognize we are in the Usery Mountains. So Pass Mountains right over there, Goldfields. I am doing East Usery Peak, which I've done before. I just don't have a video on it. So this is gonna be like 2.5 miles with like 1,000 feet of vert. It is kind of off trail, especially at the top. It's hot and I don't have my hat or sunscreen, but this should be pretty quick. This should be like a 45-minute thing or something. So you're in a wash to start, and then you branch up and basically just go straight up the ridge. I think you got to go over a hump or two. But I think it's that peak that you're seeing up there. I could be wrong. Just as a reminder, I have a video on that one, EJ Peak, also referred to as Lone Peak, I think. I could be wrong about that. And then Pass Mountain that you're seeing now, and Wind Cave, both the Pass Mountain loop and the ridge traverse of Pass Mountain, which I would highly recommend. So, and Saguaro Lake's not too far away, so I have the Butcher Jones Trail. So if you're interested in other hikes in this area, I'll have them. Maybe I'll link them in the description. So there's sort of a primitive use trail that is slightly overgrown, but it just goes straight up. And like I said, we'll go over some little humps. It's probably not quite 1,000 feet. It might be like 800 or 900, but I'm not sure. The track on all trails doesn't actually go to the summit, but it's over 700 feet. So we're probably looking at 800 or 900 feet. So it's steep. It's like almost 1,000 feet in like a mile, but not unmanageable by any means. So just plowing up this slope. So we've hit a little shoulder, but we still haven't hit the first false summit, and then we'll actually come down on that trail that you're seeing. So we popped up a good, I don't know, 400 feet already, just in a quick little 5 minutes or so. So yeah, this trail is not too bad the higher up you get, but I do remember at the end, you were sort of cutting through some tall brush. So hopefully I don't get too scratched up. So yeah, just plowing up here. Nice and steep up to this little false summit. All right, so 1 minute later, we sort of gained the false hump, and now you have a view of our peak up there. So not over there, it's gonna be up there. So we're probably close to halfway up vert wise, probably not distance wise though. So as you can see, we have to drop slightly off this false hump, but more or less we're just proceeding on the ridge. We'll hit other humps, and then eventually you bend up and get up to the summit. So great views of the Goldfields out there, and it's a nice day, a little warm. So we've gone up and over a couple other little bumps, and your summit's up there, so we're getting closer, but we still have, I don't know, 400 feet or something to gain. So from what I remember, the trail bends on the slopes right, and you get up to a saddle, but you could probably just go direct. It just might be a little bushwhacky, and from what I remember, the trail anyway was a little bushwhacky. So we're probably going to encounter some type of cholla balls or some resistance. So, oh, there's something that looks like a cairn. I was going to say this is turned to basically almost completely off trail, although there's a marker here. So I'm going to follow that to where I mean, I could probably just go straight up. I didn't before. I cut on the slopes and went to a saddle because that's what the track showed. But you know what? I'm just gonna follow. I mean, to me, this looks like it was placed here like a cairn, but could be completely wrong. And this kinda looks like a use trail that some person or animal has been on before. So we're just gonna follow it as best we can, and then eventually I think just have to wing it ourselves. So still got quite a bit to go, 300 feet at least. All right, so we are definitely taking the direct approach, and I think I'm gonna get more on what looks like the rib or the ridge here. So, oh yeah. This is not the approach I took before, mainly because the track I had before wrapped around. But this seems to be fine. I don't think I'm gonna hit any vertical obstacles I can't get over. So we only have like, I don't know, 150 feet maybe left. So see, I'm already getting off to the side. I want to get back. I want to get back on the rocks. Sort of the ridge proper here. It's about to get rocky, it looks like, but I just got to get up all these boulders, which shouldn't be an issue. At least I'm in the shade, sort of. All right, there actually are cairns on some of these boulders, so this looks like a little false bump. I think we're almost there. There do appear to be some cairns. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. East Usery Peak or mountain. Looking back out to Mesa. Down on the road. So you're seeing some of Saguaro Lake. 4 peaks, little hazy, but good little view in the Useries here, good little hike. So I'm gonna go down off this ridge down to a saddle, and I don't know if you can see that trail that's running. I'm gonna eventually hit that trail and take that all the way back to the wash to the car. So it won't be as much off trail. I just have to get down some similar steep terrain, but it's only like half the descent instead of the full descent. So I'll take a picture for the thumbnail and skedaddle on out of here. So for the descent here, I'm just following this ridge down here, and then it bends slightly to the right. And then eventually you can see that, not actually, I pointed the wrong one. You can see a trail that's closer. So I just have to get down. We're gonna aim for, go this and then that hump. And then we just gotta get down 150 feet off that hump and we'll hit a trail. So you can see there's sort of a use trail on this side too. Just gotta be careful that these boulders don't roll on me and trap me. But yeah, I could skirt over there, but I'm gonna stay on the rock and sort of go straight down rock, because that's generally more stable as long as these don't move, and more fun. So yeah, just stepping down steeply, but we don't have too much longer on boulders before we're down to the first little dirt saddle here. So we've made it through the first sort of rock bump summit, first rock bump, and now we've located a steep use trail down. We're doing our best not to slip into a cactus, but then we will have to bomb off this next little point too, steeply, and I don't think there's any semblance of a use trail from what I recall. All right, so we've hit this next. We went on this ridge for a little bit, but now it is officially time to get off of it. And it looks like just from the terrain, I'm too far to the right. So I'm gonna bend back any sort of ridge or rib, you always try to stay on it like proper, because that's sort of the easiest thing to walk on. If you start getting off on the slope, it's just a steep side hilling exercise. Oh, there's a trail right there. I'm actually almost down. This isn't bad at all. I should probably, yeah, see, here's what I should have done. See how I'm not on the ridge? When you're on the ridge proper, it's just easier. You can find like more of a dirt path, and then I can hit this saddle and cut right. So it's just smoother in general. So we're gonna go to here, and then we'll cut right, I suppose, although now I lost the trail down there, so I'll find it though. So here, so I actually think I could have gone over that hump and it would have been easier, but I banged a right to shortcut it. So dun-da-dun, and there's a cairn. So if you're going the other way, you could get off here. So now, yay, I'm on trail the rest of the way, and then the wash at the end. So this will be much smoother now on the way down. So I've come down the trail and I just kept running, but I don't want to be on that trail. I want to go into the wash now. So I'm taking this wash the rest of the way back, which isn't far. It's like a quarter mile or something. So just make sure you don't miss that turn off. Or here's the big wash. So these are all mountain bike trails around here. You could tell that with all the curves and stuff and all sorts of tire tracks. Definitely more for mountain bikers, but it works for trail running too. So I was up on that ridge going up. So we're almost back. And we're back. We could step over the barbed wire fence, but I'm gonna be a law-abiding hiker and go over the actual bridge. So that was it. East Usery Peak in the books.